Hey everybody, it's Officer Bosco. Welcome back to Police 10-8 Talk. Today we're going to talk about something. It's my work in progress, my Tavor that I just bought. Actually, I don't even have it out here because it's actually, I'm getting parts for it. I'm getting a Manicore switchback folding handle for it and an extended Midwest Industries rail for it. So of course those videos will be coming soon, so it's a work in progress as you can imagine. One thing I did pick up for it is the Timney aftermarket trigger. These are the bomb. Let me tell you something. The aftermarket trigger for the Tavors, it's almost a must. This is the regular trigger pack, and of course it's polymer on the outside. The rest of the internal parts are all steel and aluminum, but of course the outside chassis is of course made of polymer. This is basically aluminum billet, I believe, is the outside of this. Also, you notice some differences in the triggers too. Trigger on the Timney aftermarket is slightly larger. It's also slightly longer than this one right here. And the main reason why the trigger pulls are so different, I'm going to show you these up close real quick. On the Tavor trigger pack, you had that little spring in the back there, okay? That's basically for return, basically, because the Tavor trigger, instead of being pushed back, the Tavor trigger is pulled forward, okay, which is a little different than some of the other bullpups out there. That's actually a return spring, because like when you're in like the Middle East, which of course it was designed by the Israelis, you got a real problem with sand over there, which the sand over there is like talcum powder, and it gets into the mechanisms. This is designed to make sure that that trigger is pulled back. Okay, but that also is the reason why you get about a 10.5, 11 pound trigger pull on your Tavor too, is because of that. Now you can't take that pin out and take that spring out. I'm not a huge fan of messing with the trigger pack, so to me, I just bought an aftermarket trigger pack, and you notice what's absent on that one is that return spring. It's not on here, and the other aftermarket ones don't have it either. Now this one is a set one. The Timney triggers are set at 4 pounds, 4.5, I think 3.5 to 4. This is every bit a 4-pound trigger. Let me tell you something, it is absolutely sweet. It is real light. It's very crisp. It's got a good reset on it. So it's worth the money. Now there is also Timney triggers. They have one that's a Gen 4 or Gen 1 and a Gen 2. This is a Gen 2. The Gen 1s were recalled because some of them are having problems with light primer strikes on them. There's only really one way that I know to tell the difference between the two. I don't know if Officer Joel, who's doing camera duties right now, can zoom in. These drill holes, the holes where the pins go through on the Gen 1s, these are completely flat, okay? But if you notice, this is a Gen 2, you can see they're slightly beveled around the edges of the hole, and that's to help the pin get in there easier. Okay, now this thing goes up into the trigger pack area. I literally have to pull it out. It doesn't fall out like this one does. So it fits up there nice and sturdy, and it's stiff up there. But that's the only way you can really tell the difference between the two that I'm aware of. It's just that bevel around these holes right here, which are for the pins. Okay, now unlike the I can never pronounce that. It was the Gaisley. I can never pronounce that stinking word for that name. Anyways, the Super Saber trigger pack, whatever you want to call it, made by that company. I can never pronounce their name. Theirs is adjustable. This one is set at 4 pounds. I like this one because it's set at 4 pounds. I don't like one. Theirs, I think, has a screw on the bottom that you can tension in more, tension in less, and I think you can adjust it between, I think it's 4 and 8 pounds or whatever it is. This one is set at 4 pounds from the factory. Anyways, of course, I bought this on my favorite place, shopgunbreaker.com. I got a really fantastic deal on it. I got this thing for about $100 cheaper than I normally would if I bought it anywhere else. So they're on there. But basically, if you have a Tavor, this is a must. Trust me on that one. So anyways, this is just a real quick thing about the Timney Trigger Pack Gen 2 for the Tavor, 4 pound. And just remember to give us a like or subscribe. And just remember to be safe and watch your six.